Good morning, students. Yesterday, I started this poem To a Skylark by P.B. Shelley, and I could do the initial stanzas of the poem. Today, I am going to do further. So, yesterday we were here somewhere like a high-born maiden in a palace tower, soothing her love-laden soul in secret hour, with music sweet as love, which overflows her bower. That the poet has been comparing the skylark and the music and the song of the bird with so many things, so many other incarnations, it is said, which the bird has to undergo in order to satisfy the fantastic imagination of the poet. And he further goes on comparing the skylark and her music with other things. And he says, like a glowworm golden in a dell of dew, scattering unbeholden its aerial hue among the flowers and grass which screen it from the view. Now he compares the bird, a skylark, that little bird which is almost unseen, nobody can see it, and he compares it with a glowworm golden, that is what we call the jugnu in Hindi, glowworm golden. In a dell of dew, in a valley which is full of dewdrops, and there the glowworm golden shines, but we do not see the insect, we rather see the light emanating from the insect. In the same way, we do not see the bird, we simply listen to her song, her music. A scattering unbeholden, nobody can see that glowworm golden in that valley of dewdrops. A scattering unbeholden, its aerial hue, color, light, which is emitted by that glowworm golden among the flowers and grass which screen it from the view. It is almost hidden in the grass, it is almost hidden in the midst of flowers, but we see the light. In the same way, we listen to the music of the bird, a skylark, we do not see the bird itself. Like a rose embowered in its green leaves, by warm winds deflowered, till the scent it gives makes faint with too much sweet those heavy winged thieves. Now, another simile is there. He compares the skylark to that rose flower which is blooming in the midst of leaves and bushes, like a rose embowered in its own green leaves, by warm winds deflowered, and then the winds start blowing, and because of the wind, the flower gets deflowered, it gets almost withered, but its smell, its fragrance can be felt even from outside, till the scent it gives makes faint with too much sweet those heavy winged thieves. Now, heavy winged thieves, the phrase is used for the winds, heavy winged thieves, the winds which are fragrant now because of the fragrance of the flower. In the same way, a skylark is unseen, but its music can be heard, can be felt by the listeners. Sound of vernal showers on the twinkling grass, rain awakened flowers, all that ever was, joyous and clear and fresh, their music does surpass. And then he says, the poet says, that the music of the bird is even sweeter than the murmuring sound of some river or some waterfall. It is even more beautiful than the falling of rains over the twinkling grass. It is more joyous, clearer and fresher than all these things. He makes comparisons of the bird with so many things of nature. Teach us, spirit a bird, what sweet thoughts are thine. I have never heard praise of love or wine that panted forth a flood of rapture so divine. Now the poet beseeches praise to the bird, to skylark. O bird, teach us some of the happiness with which you are pouring out your heart. You are singing in the sky and soaring in the sky, the two things doing together. Teach us, spirit of bird, whatever you are. He is at a loss to understand what sort of thing it is, whether it is a bird or it is just music. Spirit of bird, what sweet thoughts are thine, because of which you are singing so beautifully. O bird, I want to learn that music from you. Chorus, hymnal, or triumphant chant, matched with thine would be all but an empty want, a thing wherein we feel there is some hidden want. He says that no song created by human beings, be it a hymn, a religious song, or a song of victory, even those songs are not so beautiful, are not so alluring as is the music of this bird. What objects are the fountains of the happy strain? Now he simply guesses what is the theme and what is the basic motive behind these songs, because of which the bird is singing so sweetly. What objects are the fountains of the happy strain? What fields or waves or mountains? What shapes of sky or plain? What love of thine own kind? What ignorance of pain? Now this is something where Shelley seems to have given us a partial truth. He says that the bird is lost in singing so much that it seems to have forgotten some tragedy, some pain, some sorrow of her own life. What objects are the fountain of the happy strain? What fields or waves or mountains? What shapes of the sky? So he is trying to guess and know what is the theme of the song of this bird, of what subject she is singing, whether it is of fields or waves or mountains, shapes of sky or plain, what love of thine own kind, what ignorance of pain, that you are ignorant of any pain, any sorrow, because your music is so delightful, so full of happiness that it seems that you do not know anything about pain and sorrow. With a clear, keen joyance, languor cannot be. Shadow of annoyance never came near thee. Thou lovest, but never know love's sad satiety. With a clear joyance, the bird's song is so full of happiness and joy that it seems that she has never been angry, she has never felt any languor, any sorrow. She has always been happy, and it is only out of happiness that she is pouring out her soul in her songs. Waking or asleep, thou of death must deem things more true and deep than we mortals dream, or how could thy nose flow such a crystal stream? He says that, O bird, you do not remember that life would end very soon, that death would come, and that is the reason because of which you are singing so joyously, so happily. There must be some reason behind that. And then he compares the life and the singing of the bird with the life of mortals on this planet. And these are the most quoted lines, oft quoted lines of Shelley. We look before and after and pine for what is not. Our sincerest laughter with some pain is fraught. Our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest heart. He compares the life of the bird with the life of human beings on this planet. And he says that we human beings, we look before and after and pine for what is not. We are either lost in our memories or we are lost in our desires or hopes. We do not live in our present. We live either in past or in future, but not the present. And in the present, we simply make a strife. We simply try to find out those things which we can never find. We look before and after and pine for what is not. Those things which really do not exist, they are the things and things after which we are searching. And pine for what is not. Our sincerest laughter with some pain is fraught. And we human beings, even when we laugh, actually our hearts are sad and sorrowful. Our sincerest laughter with some pain is fraught. Our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thoughts. And that is the reason that our sweetest songs are those which tell something about the pain which is there within in our past life. Yet if we could scorn hate and pride and fear, if we were things born never to shed a tear, I know not how thy joy ever should come near. He says that we human beings, we are lost in such petty emotions like fear, like anger, like hatred, like pride. Such things, they attack human mind and human soul, and that is the reason that we cannot sing songs of joyance, we cannot sing songs of happiness. And he prays to the bird to teach something of the happiness because of which she is singing her songs. I know not how thy joy ever should come near, better than all measures of delightful sound, better than all treasures that in books are found, thy skill to poet where thou scorner of the ground. Again, a very controversial and partial statement given by the poet, where he calls the bird a scorner of the ground, meaning thereby that the bird never wishes to come back to the earth. She is happy in being in her joy and in flying in the sky. Better than all treasure, delightful sound, better than all treasures that in books are found, thy skill to poets were. If the poets, they want to learn how to sing a beautiful song or a poem, they must go to the bird, because bird is actually a corner of the ground. She lives in the imaginative high tower of fantasy. Teach me half the gladness that thy brain must know, such harmonious madness from my lips would flow, that the world should listen then as I am listening now. And he says that if I happen to learn something or some part of the bird's delight, because of which she is singing her songs, she is pouring out her heart, if I happen to learn just a little bit of that happiness, certainly my poems, my creations, my songs would be as beautiful and would be as fascinating for the world as the song of the bird is for me when I am listening to the song of the skylark at present. So the poem ends with a note of happiness that the poet wishes to achieve and to get and obtain from the life and the art of the singing art of the bird, a skylark. So this is how he ends the poem, to a skylark. The title suggests that it is an ode, but the poem basically reads like a long song or lyric. It is simple in language, it is musical, and it has got one single emotion pervading throughout the poem. Thank you.